Not long ago, a religious artist-philosopher pointed out how the recent development in technology will saturate the world of arts with superfluous nonsense. As the machines producing this nonsense feed on world's art content, this so-called new art, while aesthetically pleasing, yet empty of meaning, will produce a feedback loop wherein the machines look and learn from their own recently produced excrement, lowering the quality of future products and median of all the arts of the world. This proposition of the artist-philosopher seems reasonable enough on the first glance, but perhaps there is something more in this topic that deserves further attention. No doubt, as the world continues to saturate with pretty nonsense, the common folk will grow increasingly tired of it. As the interest wanes, so does the ones who engage in feeding this feedback loop. In other words, as the overall art content gets twisted more and more into the direction of obvious hollowness, so do more and more people notice this hollowness, thus naturally steering away from it in search of more authentic and meaningful content. This meaning and authenticity is to some degree subjective, but some shared qualities will hold fast, for certain perennial themes will always be present in the human condition. These deep-rooted commonalities are shared by all, and when they get expressed sufficiently enough through artistic means, they will resonate in the unconscious. This possibility for resonation is void in purely machine-produced arts, and the overall hollowness will only get pronounced as time progresses, per aforementioned. Now, as the machine's methods polish while overall hollowness of content proliferates, so does the potential for meaningfulness increase. In essence, we will witness an equalizing effect for impressive and resonating arts as the playing field is no longer reserved for those of skill and wealth. As was the case for the music industry, when the gatekeepers can no longer guard the gates, and an artist need not be born with innate skill and opportunity, the actual actualizing of one's subjective experience will become more easily attainable. The hope for humanity is, then, that as the sea of excrement reaches alarming levels, nigh no one will pay heed to it anymore, instead focusing on the few gems that start to emerge. These gems, as then uplifted and highlighted by the audience, will then be noticed by the machines as shining examples of creative human endeavor, and then, hopefully, they will begin learning from them, instead of this sea of manure that they themselves have thus far been responsible for. Perhaps the end result of this correcting process will be, then, that the machines will begin increasingly aiding the overall human expression, resulting in a new renaissance of arts, one wherein the human condition will be explored in a way hitherto unseen. Then we might finally be freed from the malaise that is, or was, the hyperinflation of postmodern cynicism and lack of appreciation for the good, the true, and the beautiful. In time, perhaps even Sophia's wondrous vistas of melancholy will be a part of that world.